tinctures just all around. I had my own little pharmacy. So I remember that was quite a funny moment.
First time ordering the herbs.
Today I've got a topic I want to talk about, and it's to do with health. It's to do with detoxification. I've got my friend here, Qawaq, and she's got a pretty amazing story, and it's about physical regeneration, physical health, and physical healing through detoxification. And it's actually the same protocol that I went on, would have been 6 years ago or something, where I really dived into my health physically. So I was eating a lot of fruit, a lot of vegetables and herbs and these things. And Qawaq shared with me her story, and it's quite profound because it sounded like you were quite down and out, but just through some of these simple methods, you were able to totally transform your health. So I'd like to invite you to share your story.
Thank you very much. I definitely will. So basically, I started this detoxification journey last year in roughly May. I've struggled with my health for about 12 years. I went through the conventional medical system. I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, also endometriosis. I had polycystic ovaries. I was constantly anxious, and then also dealing with depression because of the fact that my life was always interrupted by all these health challenges. And due to the Crohn's disease, I had to have 2 bowel surgeries, removing parts of my small intestine. And the last surgery that I had was in 2016, and that left me with an ileostomy bag for 5 months. So it's pretty full on. And then I was at the doctors again last year, and they're saying, well, we need to put you through another surgery, but this time it's going to be a permanent bag. And everything it felt like time collapsed, and everything really slowed down. And I just realized that I really need to make a change and really dedicate my life to healing my body, which I hadn't really committed to before. I would kind of do, a couple of months here, a couple of months there, eating well, looking after myself, and then I would fall back into my old habits, unfortunately. So I took the plunge, and a friend of mine told me about Dr. Morse. He himself is a raw vegan, and he told me, get on YouTube, look at Dr. Morse. He gave me Dr. Morse's detox book, gave me Dr. Morse's herbs, and said, start the protocol. So basically, I did that, and it's changed my health, and I haven't had to have that surgery.
Wow.
So.
Do you want to briefly mention about you were actually going to the doctors and you were getting tests done, and there was a test done before you went into this detoxification journey, but then when you actually started to follow these protocols, about a month later you had another test or something? Yeah,
so I was getting blood results or blood tests done to have a look at my inflammatory markers, which is known as your CRP levels. And before I started the detox, they were sky high at 211. And after on the third week of doing this protocol, they had dropped down to 11. So it was
after 3 weeks?
After 3 weeks. On my third week, I went to go and get my bloods done again. And they dropped dramatically, and 5 is the marker for normal inflammation throughout the body. So it's basically, normal inflammation.
Yeah.
Just after 3 weeks of really dedicating myself, just eating fruits, vegetables, and taking the herbs and living a lifestyle that was conducive to healing, basically.
I imagine that was one of the best moments of your life, when you got those markers and you're like, oh my God, this thing's actually working.
Yeah, it was such a good feeling. It was really rewarding, and it just showed me that with effort and with the right approach, you really can heal. And I guess it was proof that the body is a regenerator. It will heal itself.
Incredible. That story actually reminded me of, I didn't get the inflammatory markers done, but I was getting my blood pricked and actually looked under a microscope. I don't know if you've...
Oh, the blood analysis? Yeah, I have heard of that, yep.
So I did that, and then I did a 6-week protocol where there was a lot of fasting, a lot of fruit, a lot of herbs, just my own thing from Dr. Morse and from studying under him, and the results were totally different. Like when I looked at my blood beforehand, all the red blood cells were sticking to each other, which is a sign of inflammation.
Yep.
And afterwards they were all single moving fluid. Like it looked like a river that was just moving and the blood cells were moving.
Flowing well, yeah.
Whereas before it was like a stagnant swamp. And that was 6 weeks, so I did that 6 weeks. So I guess similar, but I just find your story like really profound in terms of like the medical doctors taking the exact markers, and then 3 weeks later there's a change of like 95% drop or whatever the percentage. Like that's huge.
It was huge, and just the way that I felt was like completely different. Crohn's disease can be quite debilitating.
Yeah.
So it was nice to actually feel that I had the energy and the ability to start doing the things that I love again. But yeah, I'm still in the process of, like, I'm not 100% yet, obviously, but still working my way there. It is a process, but I'm really enjoying it.
Cool.
Yeah.
And we have some herbs that we both have taken. I used to take a lot in my life.
These will change your life.
But Qawaq is currently taking. You're on a protocol, are you? Or
I am. I'm not on the set protocol, but I'm definitely taking a variety of Dr. Morse's herbs to suit, I guess, to target certain areas of my body. Definitely at the moment the pancreas is something that I'm going to be working on. Yeah. The kidneys is a big one. Yeah. Kidneys, to heal the kidneys is really important to be able to detoxify and cleanse the body from acids from within the body, and also to help heal them so that they can actually start filtering out these acids and mucus, which is really important when we're detoxing, and the lymphatic system. So basically that's the key to detoxification, clearing out your stagnation from within the lymphatic system. So these are 3 really good herbs that I would recommend you guys taking if you're interested in taking Dr. Morse's herbs.
That reminded me of one other story. That's why I laughed, because I think it was probably 7 years ago I got my first shipment of Dr. Morse herbs to Melbourne, and I think I spent about $2,500 on this shipment. Wow. And they came in these 2 massive boxes, and it was like Christmas. I was just waiting for it. I was tracking this thing, waiting, and I got a note that it's arrived at the post office, and I'm like, Mum, we have to go now. And it was like 4:30 at night. There was heaps of traffic, and I wasn't going to make it. I jumped out of the car and just ran to the post office to make sure I got there. Yeah. And I got it, and it was literally like Christmas, and I was so excited. And my family was like, "This is pretty whacked. Like, what are you doing? Why are you spending so much?" And I just remember bringing them home and just being like, I would have like 150 of these little tinctures just all around. I had my own little pharmacy. So I remember that was quite a funny moment.
First time ordering the herbs. Did you buy the whole protocol?
I bought more than the whole thing.
You went nuts.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for sharing your story, Qawaq, and also I think you've got an Instagram.
Yeah, so I am. I've studied now I've got my level 1 as a detoxification specialist. So I loved the approach of Dr. Morse so much that I went and got certified with his principles. And I'm also a health coach. So my Instagram, for anyone that wants to follow my personal journey or also just get more information in general about detoxification, it's Longevity Lifestyle Solutions. So yeah, just sharing that with you guys.
Awesome. Well, I think we'll wrap it up there.
No worries.
Thank you for sharing.
Thanks for having me.
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Maybe comment below if you've got any questions as well around detoxification, and one of us will jump in and answer it for you. Okay.